All right, so now's the time where we're going to tell our compass to go north, south, east, west. So we come in here, and the first thing I want to do is let's understand what those values are. So the first step is we're going to use our Google drawing on our worksheet here. So this guy right here to help us understand what needs to happen from a degrees perspective. So north, the degree is going to be 360 or 0 degrees, okay? East, we are going to do 90 degrees. South is going to be 180 degrees. And this one here is going to be 270 degrees. So what we want to do is we don't want these to just show up when it points directly north. If we just said show north when it's 360 degrees or 0 degrees, that's not going to really work. What we want is we want it to happen it to show north all the way through kind of this range here. So I want you to do this on there. So if this is 90, then this degree here is going to be 45. 90 plus, or halfway between 90 and 180, so let's go 180 minus 90. Well, that's going to give us, 180. Sorry, 90 plus that 45 degrees is going to be 135. So, oops, this value here, this value down here is going to be 135. Same thing if we go here, 180 plus 45, oops, there we go. 180 plus 45 degrees, that's going to give me 225. So we're going to rip this over here, 225, and then 270 plus, 270 plus 45 gives me 315. So now I've got these range values in here. So we want anything that's between 315 and 45 degrees to tell us north. And we want anything from 135 to 145 or to 45 to say east. So that's what we're putting in there. Let's go back and let's actually code this in here. So we're going to go back to my make code here. And if you remember, there's an exemplar in here that we're going to follow for this one. So let's come down here to our compass heading. All right, so we've got this set degrees to compass heading. I'll leave that serial right value in there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use this if statement. So let's go into our logic and we're going to say if, okay, and we'll grab a comparison block in here. And that comparison block is going to say if the degrees is less than 45. Now, here's why this is such a simple way to do this. So if my degrees is less than 45. What I want to do is I'm going to go basic, and I'm going to show a string. Here, actually, let's do the arrow right away. Let's actually, no, for this one, let's do the string. We're going to show string n for north, okay? Then what it's got is this else if. So it's saying if it's less than 45, then show north. Then we're going to add an else if, okay? We can duplicate this block, drop it in. If degrees is less than 135, so those are the same numbers that we got from this. So if it's less than 135, then it's going to show east. So let's go duplicate this, show string east. Let's hit the plus button again. That adds another one of those. Duplicate. If it's less than, go back to here, 225. Then we're going to go here, duplicate, and show south. Okay. Then up here, duplicate. Here. If it's less than 315, come back over here. 315. Show string west. Okay. Else, and if it's anything other than those values, we're going to show north. So we've got north on there twice. So let's go ahead and let's just see how this works. So we've got this in here. We've got our calibrate compass on A and B just in case. Let's go ahead and download this to my device. So here we go. So now notice that I've got, as I rotate my compass in the simulator here, it's going to show south, west, north, okay? And so we've got those in there. So let's just see how this works here. So I've got my microbit up. I'm going to go to my overhead camera here. So right now it's pointing east. Notice as I rotate it, it starts to point north. As I rotate it, it starts to point west. As I rotate it, points south. So this is kind of working here. Okay, and back to east. So this is kind of working here. I kind of like this. So we've got this guy up and running. So when we look at here, we're going to use those values to code our microbit to display those on, the directions on the LED. So this step is kind of done. We've got it going north, south, east, west. So in this next video, we're going to talk about sort of the next step for you guys.